Selling and advising health insurance is very personal to me because I feel that everybody deserves access to healthcare. And it is the one thing that people are the most nervous about, that they lose sleep about. And we want to make sure that we provide transparency back to American families so they understand what their options are and that they can access healthcare the way they think they can and should be able to. I've been helping individuals and families with their health insurance for the last 16 years. What drew me to the individual, family, and the ACA market is that there was a lot of confusion that took place. And at that time, there was a lot of agents leaving that space as well. And I felt like there was an underserved market. One of the most important things that we can do in our communities is educate people so that they understand what their options are, so that they can find health insurance that meets their medical and financial needs.
My name is Lisa Farr, and I live in Livingston, Texas. I've been a client of Wise Insurance for about 4 years. When purchasing insurance, I did not know where to start, know what policies were out there, what coverage was out there. I also live in a rural area, so I didn't know if there was anything that I could go to there. And so I decided that I wanted to contact Wise Insurance.
It is very overwhelming for consumers to navigate health insurance on their own. A lot of times the natural behavior is, hey, I just want to pick whatever's cheapest. What they don't understand is what the networks look like, some of the nuances in the market, considering prescriptions or other things that are upcoming that they may not be aware of.
Without Wise Insurance as a partner, it would be very difficult for me because one, I do a lot of research online. I'm pretty good with that, but I would get overwhelmed with it. And then I don't know if the product that I chose would be a good product.
I think that insurance brokers play a huge role in the healthcare system because we are the people that understand the different solutions that are available. We understand how to review the benefits, how to look up the common mistakes that consumers make every day. We've been able to help people understand what solution that could provide to them in addition to the health insurance. And then because of that, when they actually go to utilize that solution and the relief that it brings on their families and the relief that it brings for them, that is really what drives what we're passionate about here in making sure that people have access to healthcare and that it's affordable.
I really wanted an expert that I could talk to, and that's what I feel I got with Wise Insurance.
In Houston, Texas, we have a very diverse city. We have people from all over the world who speak so many different languages. When I first got into the Medicare and ACA business, I noticed that there were not a lot of agents who spoke different languages. And because of that, I noticed that the communities were just going with whatever was being branded to them. But it wasn't necessarily a product that made sense for them. It didn't mean that that product had their doctors that speak their language to them. So I felt this was a huge gap.
Wise Insurance helps me understand what is more convenient for me, explains the options on coverages on Medicare in general, what plans are more convenient for me. So that makes me more experienced and more happy as to what to choose. It's the only company that I work with, and I am very happy.
I joined NABIP because I saw a lot of volatility in the Medicare and the ACA space, and I felt that I needed to be more involved in understanding what is happening legislatively, but I also wanted to bring that same level of education and transparency to our policymakers so that they truly understood what the American people were going through as they were trying to access healthcare. So NABIP, because they're so plugged in and they're trying to bring education and transparency to all levels of the government, whether it's state or federal, I felt like that was the best route for me to go to make sure that I was part of a professional organization that wanted to make sure they maintain that professionalism and at the same time advocate for not just insurance agents, but also for our clients. There's a lot of consumer advocacy on the NABIP side that I have grown to love and appreciate that I didn't really know that was available until I became a member.